It is time for us to stand up and take back America. Neither the Republican Party nor the Democratic Party represents the majority of Americans. Our country has been taken over by a few corporations who are only interested in their bottom line, not what is in the best interest of America. Everywhere you look, you can see the effects of having sold our government to these corporations. Over 90% of everything you see on television, hear on the radio, or read in the newspaper is now controlled by only 5 corporations. These are the same corporations who have a vested interest in things like war, health insurance, prescription drugs, not to mention the energy we use. Though they have been hiding the facts from us, most Americans are finally waking up and seeing the truth behind what is going on. From illegal immigration to the Federal Reserve, from the income tax to the president declaring war, our government no longer adheres to the most sacred of documents, the Constitution of the United States. It is time for a revolution in this country, a revolution at the ballot box. Our government is supposed to be a government for the people, by the people. Now it is everything but that. We now have one of the most secretive governments in the world. The legislation passed by Congress is subverted with signing statements by the president. Everything this government does is kept secret under the guise of national security. Our government is not supposed to be an elite class of Americans treated like royalty. They are there to represent the people in their districts and what is in the best interest of the United States of America. Instead, they put their re-election fundraising and their political party above all else, even the Constitution. The Ron Paul revolution taking place in America has shown us that even though the media does everything in their power to minimize him, Americans are crying out for a return to our core values and to a government which actually abides by the Constitution. It is time for us to take advantage of all of this support and send people to Washington who will be allies of Ron Paul and the Constitution. Imagine not just one lone voice of the Constitution in Washington, but 5, 10, or even more. With the groundswell of support that has arisen for the Constitution, we need to remind our politicians exactly who they work for and why they were elected in the first place. It is time we stood up as Americans and took our country back.